Men don't. Men are good at arm's length relationships. Here's two men meeting at a punch bowl. You have to be a man for a minute now.
Okay.
Here it is. Now watch.
Hey.
That's it.
That's the conversation.
Maybe say good punch.
That's it.
No, they don't even comment
Maybe
on
they
the
don't
punch.
comment on the punch.
No, I mean, we don't have to do anything. We just, we're economical. I mean, that's how men communicate.
That's one thing that I've said to Ron over the years. Honey, if there's one word that I can implant in your vocabulary, it's elaborate. Elaborate. Talk more.
Here, listen to what's funny. My daughter, I just had a conversation with my daughter, and I said, she's in college. She just graduated, and just before she graduated, I said, honey, what's new? And she said, oh, my roommate Becca got engaged. And I said, oh, that's nice. Well, that same day, Sandy called her on the cell phone. She's in the car with me. And Becca's engagement came up, but you should have heard the conversation. Oh, was she surprised? Was she excited? Do you like the ring? Do her parents like her? When's the wedding going to be? Has she figured out what her dress? And I made a mental note. I said, I'm putting this in Have a New Husband by Friday. That's a great example of how different we see life. Our neighbor had a baby over the summer down in Chautauqua Lake, New York. Well, I go over to see the baby. I told her, I'm going to go over and see Billy's kid. So I go over there and see the kid come back. And Sandy said, what did they have? And I said,
a baby.
A baby. And she said, well, is it a boy or girl? I said, I don't know. Well, if that was my wife going over, she'd come back with the girth, the weight, how long the labor was.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We do life differently. And again, viva la difference. It's the differences that make you a couple.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, here's another thing about marriage. When you walk down the flower-strewn aisle, there's two people. Now, I want you to listen to this. It's not two people who get married. It's at least six. In other words, you marry your in-laws, and you either reap the benefit of the good job they did at rearing that son or that daughter, or you pay for it. And a lot of people are paying for it. So, ladies, if you're single, look for a man who, A, loves God, B, has a great relationship with his mother or other key females in his life. Look for a man who doesn't have a temper. Why do I say that? Because temper equals control. I've never had a woman come in my office and say, Dr. Leman, what I love about my husband, Ralph, is the way he controls me. I've never heard that and never will hear that, because women don't want to be controlled. They want to be loved and for who they are. You know, whoever came up with, you're in good hands with Allstate, had to be a genius. That's how women want to feel. They want to feel like they're protected and loved by that man in their life.
You know what I love in your book is the conversation killers. I think that's a great segment, and just talking about all of the different words or questions we ask that can just end the conversation.
Just asking us questions in general will end it. That's why I say, if you say to your husband, that's interesting, tell me more about that, he'll go on and tell you more about it. The killer is why. Don't ask your husband why. Eliminate it. Now, I know that's like asking a fire not to burn, ladies, but don't ask your husband why.
What's wrong with asking why?
It puts the defenses up immediately.
Really?
Okay.
Think of me as a 4-year-old that shaves. We're not emotionally strong, Melinda. We're weak. We're just little 4-year-old kids that shave.
So how do we get information out of them? By just letting them
Tell me more? Tell me.
Well, let's say you look out, you've got a cookout. This is probably the wrong time of year for a cookout, isn't it?
It's okay.
Well, you're going to have people over, whatever, you know, and you say to your husband, wow, I was down in the family room today. It's still got that odor or something going on down there. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, by the way, is it tomorrow night the Thompsons are coming over? Yeah, tomorrow. Well, you sort of let him connect the dots. Hey, Bucko, the Thompsons are coming over tomorrow night. I want that thing cleaned by 0600 tomorrow morning. That isn't going to get very far with your husband. So sometimes let him connect the dots, okay? The same thing works with kids, by the way. You know, I see the lawn's not done yet. You know, just plan it. Don't overdo it. Don't overplay your hand. And sometimes you can say things like, you know, honey, what would really please me? You can set it up like that. Because, again, men really want to please you. And most women don't really understand how fiercely that man wants to be your hero. as I say in the book, it takes a real woman to be able to make your husband feel like a hero. He wants to be your hero. As archaic as that sounds, he wants to be your hero.
And I love what you said about reality discipline. We talked about this with kids and when you've been here before with your book, Have a New Kid by Friday. But you say to use this on your husband. Let him feel the rather than nag him.
Oh, yeah.
Let him feel the consequences. What do you mean by that?
Honey, I called Sears today, and you know, they can fix that washer for only $475. That ought to get him to fix it. If he's enough to fix it. You know, you can do things like that. And my wife, when I first married her, I ate peas and corn. Those are the only veggies I ate. And after about 6, and I threw things down. I took the, and I thought it was great because she picked it up just like my mom did. And after about 6 months of marriage, I'll never forget it. She sat me down and she said, Leman, I am so sick of canned peas, only canned peas, not frozen, and corn, that I could hurl. And from now on, you're either going to eat what I put on the plate or you're going to be real hungry for the rest of our marriage. That's what she told me. You know, I eat broccoli, cauliflower. I'm really good at all that stuff now.
Turnip? Do you do turnip yet?
I eat anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts?
Don't push it.
Don't push it. You know, there's so much good stuff in this book, Have a New Husband by Friday. Dr. Leman, where can people get this book?
Well, they can get it at any Christian bookstore, any of the stores, the Chapters, the Indigos, the Barnes & Nobles. Get it online on Amazon.com, your Christian bookstore. The book is all over the place. It's in airports. I see it everywhere. So it's fun. This is a life-changing book for a couple.
And I know we've all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And Maggie's
I love
marked up her book. She's got dog ears all over the place. It's a book that everyone can really enjoy. Dr. Leman, thank you for being with us. It is always a treat to have you. We want you back on the couch when you write the next book. Number 37, is it?
Have a New
Have a New
Wife by Friday.
Oh, I'll tell you, I feel like just one of the ladies.
Maybe it'd be great for you to bring Sandy.
Hey, you'd love Mrs.
Oh,
Lovington.
we
That
would
would be
love.
great.
Okay.
They got her on the 700 Club. And,
Oh,
and
really?
they really enjoyed her. She's a doll. She is so good. She's
Well,
so
the
much
next
better than I am.
Next time you and Sandy are back up here in the northern part of this country, we would love to have you and Mrs. Uppington on the couch and just, we'll just try to shut you up for a little while and we'll hear from her and we'll see what happens.
Well, and
really
they
fun.
ask her. They ask her. And people always say, ask my wife, hey, we had Fat Boy on our program or we had Fat Boy come and speak. What's he really like? And Sandy would say, oh, he's a sweetie. He's mushy, he's softy. He's got a very special relationship with all of our kids, especially our daughters. And of course, she thinks the sun sets on our son Kevin. So, you know, it's a great ride. I dedicated that book to her, and I said it's a great ride, isn't it? We got 5 kids who love each other, love the Lord, and love us. It doesn't get better than that.